So here's a quick post that perfectly demonstrates why communication is key in any relationship. Good communication. And if your gal gives you the silent treatment, doesn't want to talk, tries to punish you for just silly little things or no big deal, lock you out of the room, make you sleep on the couch or in the bathtub, it is time to walk away. And in this situation here, this guy handles it in an amusing way, but still the bigger issue is get rid of her. Title: Am I the a-hole for going out with friends for the weekend after my wife locked me out of the bedroom and gave me the silent treatment? He says, every once in a while, I do something to piss off my wife. Rather than communicate with me about what her issue is, she will ignore me for a few days. And you put up with that crap? If she's really pissed, she will lock me out of our bedroom. Then when everything's back to normal, she will say that what I did wasn't actually my fault or that it wasn't as bad as she thought. Okay, so let's see. She's mental. She's manipulative. She acts like a child. Horrible communicator. And you're married to her and still married to her. Why? For example, one day one of her coffee mugs got broken. Instead of asking me what happened, I got the treatment. Turned out that she had a friend over and the friend's kid broke the mug. Anyway, I'm kind of over it now, and while I love my wife and I have no intention of leaving her, I also see no reason to humor her. Why are you staying with her if she treats you like this? Unless you enjoy drama and BS. Last Thursday, I got home and she had locked me out of the bedroom. She wouldn't answer when I knocked, texted, or called. Like I said, I'm over it. I called up a couple of friends and made plans to spend the weekend golfing at a resort. Lots of fresh air, beer, golf, and a comfortable bed. Okay, alright, stay in the room. Enjoy yourself. Have a great weekend. Hope you don't get hungry. But as funny as this is, and he's leaving her and not putting up with her crap, still, life's too short, guys. He's only teaching her that she can continue this crap and, So I ignored her texts and calls all weekend. I did leave her a voicemail letting her know what was up so she wouldn't worry. I wouldn't even done that. I had a great weekend with my boys. When I got home, she was out of the bedroom and ready for a fight. So was I. She asked me, what the hell was I thinking just leaving town without clearing it with her first? What the hell were you thinking, locking yourself in the bedroom, ignoring me like a freaking child? I don't know you anything. You want to come out? I tried talking to you. I left you a voicemail. F off. Or better yet, we're divorcing. I asked her if she had been planning on ignoring me all weekend and making me sleep in the guest room. She said that was my punishment for forgetting to take out the trash on time. And now the garbage would stink for a week because I was thoughtless. Okay, let's just say, he did forget to take out the trash. It's the trash. There are worse things in the world than forgetting to take out the trash. Big freaking baby. I laughed in her face. I took her over to the calendar and asked her to point out the date that I missed taking out the trash. She looked at the calendar but would not point it out because it was her turn. Oh, imagine that. Now, should he lock himself in the room and ignore her because she forgot to take out the trash? No, that'd be acting like a child. She said that there was no excuse for me to blow a bunch of money on a weekend getaway. I asked her why I should sleep in the guest room and not with my wife when the thing that upset her is her own effing fault. She said that she made a mistake and that I should have pointed it out instead of leaving. You were locking yourself in the room, lady. You weren't listening to anything. You're not exactly in a rational state of mind, I don't know, ever. I was over this conversation. I asked her how the F I was supposed to know why she was so upset since she would not communicate with me. There's a good question. Because she's an irrational jackass. She's manipulative, she's a child, and you're the dumbass that's still married to her. This crap about, I do love her and don't want to divorce her, then don't complain. I walked away, but I told her that if I ever messed up badly enough that she wanted to sleep alone again, that she better be very effing clear about what I did and why it upset her. If she chose not to tell me and just lock me out again, then I would just consider the next few days to be free time to spend with my friends. Yeah, there you go. Or better yet, divorce her. She called me controlling and said that I was punishing her over a misunderstanding, and I agreed. She misunderstood that it was her turn to do the chore. She also misunderstood my commitment to sleeping in a comfortable bed. And she was very mistaken if she thought that I would put up with it ever again. She is pissed off, but not enough to lock me out. So that's the end of his thing here. And yeah, I find it funny that he's like, all right, I'm not going to put up with your crap. I'm going away for the weekend. And then this whole thing was her fault. But as amusing that all is, this guy is a big freaking moron. He's still with her. That you can't tell me she didn't behave like this before they got married. And even if she started acting like this after they got married, Why would he put up with this? Probably because A, she's probably very good looking, good body and all that, and probably love bombs and when she's not acting crazy. Or B, he probably grew up in a household of drama. Maybe his parents behaved like this. Maybe he's used to turmoil and doesn't know what a life is like without turmoil. So this is what he's used to. You can't have a relationship without good communication. Communication and good communication. Instead of this. But she is a big child. And so if he's going to stay married to her, don't complain. No, don't come on Reddit expecting any pity. I think it's funny what he did and giving it back to her. And this was all her fault anyway. But no. But guys, the ignoring thing, the silent treatment, that is classic manipulation. I had an aunt that did that stuff when she got mad. And no surprise, her daughter did that crap to her husband when they were still married when she got mad. I kid you not. All manipulation tactics. It's ridiculous. So I'm glad he walked out on her initially, but for God's sakes. So gentlemen, you got a girl behaves like this, cut her loose, save yourself a whole lot of drama. Now, some comments here, because I love the comments for this one. One guy says, not the a-hole. Your wife sounds incredibly petty and immature. Honestly, I'm not sure I'd be able to stand being with someone who behaved that way on a regular basis. It seems as though your wife never learned to handle disappointments or the mistakes of others in a rational, reasonable way. This chick is cuckoo. I would think long and hard before deciding to have children with her unless she considered therapy to work through her coping mechanisms. No. Don't even waste your time. Not at all. End it with her. I don't care how long you've been married. I don't care how bad you get hurt in the divorce. It's worth it than being married to someone like that. Can you imagine raising children with her? Another one. Not the a-hole, but you are exceedingly naive for insisting in staying in this relationship with this immature, petulant child. Thank you. She is pathologically incapable of admitting fault, meaning you are in for a lifetime of dozens more lockouts, yelling, hearing that it's your fault for not alerting her to her mistakes, and when she sees that she can no longer control you and make you grovel by locking you out, she will start her victim act to her friends and family, acting upset about your abuse. Yep, guaranteed. She's a narcissist. Another one. For fuck's sake, communication is key in any marriage. It also helps if both parties are mature adults. This union is one-sided in that regard. Unless you're all in for a lifetime of unexplainable bedroom lockouts and petty fights that often wind up being her fault and half-assed apologies, I strongly suggest counseling. That is if you don't want to free yourself of walking on eggshells and the hourly possibility of drama. Yeah, but I don't think counseling is going to fix her. Nope. And last one. I like this. Not the a-hole. How ironic that she's calling you controlling and that you are punishing her, given the fact that what she's doing to you is emotional abuse. She arbitrarily decides to punish, ignore you, expects you to chase after her, and deprives you of access to part of your home. It is particularly a manipulative form of abuse, but it's still abuse. It is. What you did in response was funny, but the situation isn't going to change. Abuse escalates always. Now she knows that her current tactics are no longer working, she will find another way to abuse you. It may be spreading rumors that you are the abusive one. She's already starting that by accusing you of being controlling. It may be that she becomes violent, she tampers with your food, the possibilities are endless, and she is going to do something. Yep. But, mister, I don't want to end the marriage. Okay. She may end your life. You need to leave. A lot of men don't think it's possible for a woman to abuse them. It's actually more and more common than you think. You don't have to accept it, and if you stay with her, she will do more and more things to you in a myriad of ways. Don't take the risk. Get out before she does something truly extreme to get the response she wants. And that's it. So, there you go, guys. Perfect example. If you have a girlfriend or wife's behaving like this and has a history of this shit, guys, get out. It's not worth it. And yeah, you may have kids, and it may be a lot harder than you think and all that, but otherwise, it's going to get worse and worse and worse right here. So, learn from this guy's screw up.